him, and thank you for all the kind words. Awesome to be able to get this championship.
It was also a lot of hard racing on the racetrack between yourself, him, and Justin. So,
Yep.
what was going through your mind through those close moments as well?
Yeah, I really felt like we put on a good show. So I definitely know from inside the car, it felt like it was a lot going on, and hopefully the fans enjoyed that. And that's part of the Xfinity Series. That's where names are made here. So hopefully I made one tonight, and we'll move on.
All right, we'll go up to Matt. Dustin, do you have a question? We'll go Matt and then Dustin.
Matt Weaver, Racing America. In this moment where there's lots to celebrate, but there's also a lot of just tension in the air and all the things that's happened the past week, have you fully been able to embrace being able to celebrate and be in this moment, or is it kind of having to balance both of those kind of conflicting feelings, if that makes sense?
Yeah, for sure. I've made some mistakes in the past and last weekend, but, the best thing for me is to move on, and that's what I did today in my race, and we won. So just moving on and learn from my mistakes. I can't go back and change the past, and if I could, I would, but that's why we can't do that. And the best thing for me is to learn from it. But to be able to be a champion is awesome. I remember you interviewing me in late model races at South Boston and Tri-County Speedway, a long time ago. So it's cool to see you, and just it's really cool.
You and Lane Riggs and that.
Lane Riggs,
dusty,
Greg Marlowe, Josh
box.
Berry.
That's right.
Josh posted something this morning, so I reposted it from 5 years ago. It's crazy that time flies that fast.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry. Because everyone's had very harsh and I guess kind of critical things to say this last week, how do you go about now as you transition to what we think is going to be the next stage of your career to mend some of those relationships or perceptions? Do you want to like interface with some of these people directly, or do you just want to let your actions kind of be the new normal?
For sure. I mean, my actions over most of it is what's going to help. I know people have had a lot of harsh things to say, and that's their opinion, and some of it might be true, but I don't really. That's their what they're going to say, and I just do the best work I can, let my on-track performance show for that. And if I made some mistakes, and I'm working as hard as I can to fix them, I know I have, and that's what I'm going to do. Can't control what they say.
Dustin Albino, JC.com. Kind of Zach's question, when Noah coming up to you post-race, personally, like how much does that mean to you that a fellow competitor did come up to you and congratulate you?
Yeah, definitely really cool. I definitely didn't expect it, so it's cool to have that, and to have somebody like that show respect it means a lot.
And looking back on this week and the totality of it, a week ago today with Martinsville, like how stressful has it been on you?
It's been a lot, but I feel like going into this weekend is maximize my compartmentalizing skills and went to race. So it was definitely a lot. Learned a lot, and moved on, and it's cool to be a champion now. Thank you.
Luis
Torres, from the podium finish. Just simply how satisfying and gratifying to be battling with the JRM guys with just respect and admiration, as the drivers have mentioned, that it felt earned that you were the car to beat.
Yeah, really cool to be able to race them, and I feel like we put on a great show, like I said, and really cool to be able to get our team a win. I feel like that they deserve to hold our organization and manufacturer. So it's really cool to be able to race with them like that, and hopefully we put on a great show for the fans, and hopefully everybody enjoyed it.
Go to Reed.
Reed Spencer with the NASCAR Wire. Looked like in one stage of the race when Noah was ahead of you and Allgaier was behind, that Noah was slowing down in the corner, holding you up a little bit and trying to get Allgaier to get to your bumper. Did you ever feel outnumbered out there?
I mean, we're 25% versus 75%, but that's part of it. And, we raced really hard, and we were on the other side of the outcome. I'm very proud of my team's performance and, what we did today. Very proud of the pit crew and everybody that was part of this whole situation.
I have always got his back as a father. Those were the last words the 49-year-old said in his final press conference following his son's big moment Saturday. Coy Gibbs, who previously raced for NASCAR and coached for the NFL, died unexpectedly in the news that shook the entire racing industry. The father of fellow NASCAR driver Ty Gibbs died on Saturday in his sleep. His company, Joe Gibbs Racing, announced just hours after his 20-year-old son, who had given an interview, won the 2022 Xfinity Series championship at Phoenix Raceway that evening. In a very touching statement released via Twitter, the company said, "It is with great sorrow that Joe Gibbs Racing confirms that Coy Gibbs, co-owner, went to be with the Lord in his sleep last night. The family appreciates all the thoughts and prayers and asks for privacy at this time." Read a statement on Twitter from the company, which was founded in 1992 by Coy's father and fellow NASCAR alum Joe Gibbs. Shortly before Ty won Saturday's championship, in which he led a race high 125 laps, Coy said his final press conference that he's definitely proud of his son. The conference came a week after Ty came under fire for causing his teammate Brandon Jones to spin out, bumping him from the finale. According to the Associated Press, he was later booed by the public. It's believed this is what caused Coy immense stress that eventually led to the sad demise. Coy had earlier said, "I've always got his back as a father," he said in the clip shared by retired driver Kenny Wallace. Obviously, it's heartbreaking to go through tough stuff. It's actually more heartbreaking to watch him go through it. I don't give a rip. I'm old and I don't care. To see your kid hurting and he knows he's screwed up, and to go through all that is tough. It's tough as a parent for sure. Watching it today, just to see his determination, and I think he's got skills and he's determined. It definitely made me proud. My wife and I, we were both proud before he just hammered down and did his job, and if he wants to do this for a living, he's got to learn how to do that, Coy added. Ty was replaced at Sunday's NASCAR Cup Series championship by Daniel Hemrick due to a family emergency, the racing announced on Twitter. A moment of silence was held before the race, in which Joe Logano took home the first place trophy. NASCAR chairman and CEO Jim France said in a statement, "We are heartbroken by the tragic loss of Coy Gibbs. On behalf of France, a family, and all NASCAR, I extend my deepest condolences to Joe, Part, Heather, the Gibbs family, and everyone to Joe Gibbs Racing on the loss of Coy, a true friend in race." David Wilson, president of Toyota Racing Development USA, shared, "Racing is a family, and the relationships within the entire garage go so much deeper than on a track competition. Rest in Paul Coy. Rest in Paul King."